And on one of these shows, Dolman was there. And I would come up to the ring with like backflips, and I'd make a somersault, and I would jump into the ring. And after that, he stopped me and he says, dude, I know you from Thai boxing. You're such an animal. And now I see you do all these backflips. I think this new sport that comes around is something for you. It's called free fighting. Free fighting. And what is that? He said, come and check it out. But never something happened. Oh, by the way, my wife said a year before everything started, she had this weird look in her face. And I go, what's going on? She says, you're going to be a famous fighter in Japan. I go, no, I told you I'm not going to fight anymore. She said, yes, you said you're not going to fight in Holland anymore, but you're going to go to Japan. 9 months later, Dolman, that guy, calls me and he says, dude, jump in your car, come to Amsterdam, which is like a 2-hour drive from me, from where I live. And he says, there's some scouts from a new organization here, Panras, and they're looking for fighters. So I went over there, got into a brawl with one of his champions. He went really hard, so I told him, hey, dude, slow down. We don't have to go hard. They just want to see technique, you know. It's not necessary. But he turned it up, so I stopped him again. I say, listen, it's okay for me, but this is not going to be one-way traffic, you understand, right? I'm going to hit you back. So now it was on, very fast though. High kick in the face, dunk. Guy went down, needed a bunch of stitches, and I saw the 2 scouts pointing at me, and they go, we want him. And that was it. I mean, 2.5, 3 months later, I'm fighting in Japan. Never been out of Holland. First trip, 13-hour trip. And I don't know if you've ever been in Europe. It's really tiny, everything. And then you come in Japan, it's like America. You're looking around like, this is the most crazy experience ever. Well, on the day of the fight, I found out, because I didn't know the rules, I didn't know anything actually. I go, what are the rules and who do I fight and what weight class are we fighting? Oh, no, there's no weight class, Mr. Rutten. I said, no weight class? He goes, no, everybody just fights everybody. And then my opponent walks up, was like 32 pounds heavier than I was. And he goes, so I'm fighting him. Yeah, I said, oh, great, great. So I tried to force a smile. I said, how many rounds are we fighting? He goes, oh, just 1 round. I said, just 1 round. How many minutes? He goes, 30. 30 minutes, 1 round. 32 pounds heavier. Yeah, that's not going to be fun. But it was a lot of fun. Because of 43 seconds, oh yeah. And I dropped the guy. It went a little too hard. He was in a coma for 2 days. So that was scary. I stayed in Japan because he was a nice guy before he came to shake my hand, and I felt really bad. Fortunately, he came out of it, and he was okay. And the next day, this was the wildest thing. I'm walking on the street, and like every 10, 15 people, they're bowing at me, and I go, what the heck is going on? And then I passed the newspaper stands, and it was a picture of me hanging in the air in the splits. So I didn't even know that I did that after the fight. I was so excited that I jumped in the splits to all the corners. And then below me was the guy laying knocked out on the ground.